So this week is the 6 month anniversary of my baby, which means it's been 6 months since I gave birth. And I wanted to take the time now to give a quick run through of how my experience went. So in the early morning hours of like 3 a.m. is when I started to feel my contractions. And I want to say it happened as early as 2 a.m., but that was just like mild discomfort. Like I was just turning in my bed thinking that like, oh, I'm just not comfortable. But no, like from 3 a.m. and onwards, the contractions were pretty consistent. So I called the hospital 2 times. First time at around like 5 in the morning. And so they told me to, sit tight, keep monitoring it, and call again if it continues. I call again at around 7, and they let me know to come to the hospital when I'm ready. So my partner and I, by the time we get there and I'm registered in, and they take me into a room and they start keeping track of my contractions on their machine, they verify for me that I am indeed going into labor. So at 10 a.m., that's when I start calling my family. Hey, I'm at the hospital, I'm feeling contractions. It's real. And it wasn't until 12 p.m. where I had started to reach levels of contractions that were so painful, that I had asked for an epidural. And they had told me that I was 7 centimeters dilated. When I had first entered the hospital at like 7 a.m., they told me I was 5 centimeters dilated. So in between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m., I had my water broke because it had not broken just yet. I had got the epidural. They, based off of like their estimate, it looked like it was better that I go for a C-section because of whatever reason. So I get wheeled off into the operating room, and we're about to, get everything started when the head nurse says something like, you know what, she's already at 10 centimeters. Let's see if she can push. So they hold off the procedure. I push for maybe like 10-15 minutes with no progress, and they're like, okay, yeah, let's just move forward with the C-section. I told people that like I was pushing for like an hour. I'm so sorry, that's not true. I was pushing for 10 to 15 minutes. And people always ask me like, well, why did they do the C-section? Well, it was because when I was pushing and I wasn't making any progress, the heart rate of the baby started to slow down. And so I guess for them, that's like dangerous levels of like, or a dangerous sign, that it's not working. So, they went ahead with the C-section. And my baby was born at like 1:56 p.m., like a couple minutes right before 2 o'clock. Then they finished the surgery. And by the time they wheeled me into the first recovery room, it was already like 4:35-ish. And then after that, they wheeled me into my second recovery room, which would be the room I would stay in for the next 2 days. And I called my family. And they were kind of bummed out that they missed the birth. But then again, they were like 45 minutes away. So, I mean, by the time they came and they saw the newborn, we were all happy and it all worked out.